I'm sitting up for I go live. I always say you have to be before time to be on time. So while I sit up Facebook and TikTok, please excuse me. I'm setting them up right now. Welcome TikTok. Welcome everybody to TikTok. This is Mr. Nobody here on Think, Think, Think. I am sitting up and I am so sorry, TikTok. Last week I was sitting up and I was trying to log on to you and I had a problem. But from last week to this week, I fixed the problem and we here. And I promise you, I'll try my hardest never to let that happen again. Thank you so much. But as I'm sitting up, so far I got YouTube, TikTok. I'm going to go live on Facebook. Give me 1 second while I turn on that particular camera. Welcome everybody on Facebook. I have Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. We all are here. And I'm a little early. We're supposed to be set up to go for 8:30. But as my father always said, you have to be before time to be on time. So as we get ready, let me pray. Creator of all things known and unknown, Alpha and Omega, the one living God, I, Victor, love you, honor you, praise you, thank you. I surrender all of me to you. Father, I love you. Can you protect all of us in this world? Keep us from all hurt, harm, and danger. A special prayer in the shadow for Coach Primetime Dion Standard. Protect him as he fulfilled the mission that was given to him. Creator, put your loving arms around all the people. Keep all of us. Love all of us. Encourage all of us. This is my prayer to you, Creator of all things. Thank you. And it is time. It is time for me, Mr. Nobody, to welcome TikTok, to welcome YouTube, to welcome Facebook. Thank you all for coming with me once again. 8:30 every Monday morning on this particular series. Think, think, think. I am Mr. Nobody. I am you. You is me. We all are the same. I'm just a common, everyday person that the Creator just happened to be using. I appreciate the Creator. I love Him. I honor Him. I respect Him. I surrender all of me to Him. Today, what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to talk about me and the things about me. Also, Captain Torre of Africa. And you don't mind me, I like to get comfortable while I talk to you all. I been watching Captain Torre. For the last month, flags was flying up in my spirit, in my subconscious, in my conscious. Flags were coming up. But I am 100% behind the man that I am seeing on my feed. And I got real close and too involved where I closed my eyes of understanding. I had to take a moment of clarity to step back from the situation to really see what I was seeing, not knowing that I was seeing it. But something felt uneasy in my spirit. For those who watched last week, I said a warning to Captain Torre, please do not disappoint the people. I don't know why I said it, but I said it because something in my spirit wasn't feeling right. I should have picked up on it, but I was invested that I got tunnel vision onto it without really comprehending what I was hearing and seeing. So I always say to everybody, I was gifted because I learned the white language. The white language is unique, and you have to be able to understand it and to hear it, because we all speak English. And the way it is spoken by white people is at a level. And each level, it changes a little. But the elite has a way of speaking. What I'm talking about. And I was going to do a series on knowing how to speak and listen white. It's very unique. But I'm kind of mixed on exactly that. But I'll give you the first line on how to speak white, to speak the white language. I ain't talking about English, but speaking white. At the very top level of speaking white and understand white language, it is spoken without words. It is spoken without verbal communication. That's the beginning and the foundation of true white language. You have to be able to reach that level of understanding to truly understand what is being said. And what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you. Do you see that? Do you see this? Do you see this? All right. This pyramid have 13 levels before it gets to the gap of understanding in the eye. The eye itself, some of us have it, some of us don't. I was born with the third eye. That is understanding. But if you notice, the eye is only a part of the structure. The eye is not the top. The bottom, the first 13, is humanity. The top 13 is also humanity at a different level of understanding, comprehension, ability, and structure. But don't get discouraged. I've been telling you all the time. The power of everything is the foundation, is all of us, white, black, yellow, brown, all of humanity together as one. We is in our power. The top of this pyramid, with the eye, right now, is authority in government. They do not have any power. Authority is given by the people. We give authority their power. The people. The less of the less give authority its power, because we give them power to enforce the laws. Government is only structure. It is not power. And it is not power. That's all I have to say on that. Getting back to Captain Torre and the flags that was coming up. So I was in me, my emotions. Everything inside of me is jumping up. I have a black man finally saying and doing what I know we can do. and I am happy for it. But I took it beyond that and started to get invested in everything that I was hearing and seeing. And once I did that, I put the blinders on and covering up my eye of true understanding. What do I mean? I have to hold back on what I mean just yet. I'm building that foundation of that house. So Captain Torre went to Africa. Excuse me. He went to Russia from Africa. That's what I meant to say. And on his way to Russia, because I don't know the flight plan, but it makes more sense for him and who he is. He cannot fly over airspace, over land, because each country or each state has claimed sovereignty of the airspace above the land on which their country is bordered in. I'm positive that he went east to get to the Atlantic Ocean and fly over international waters up to Russia. In doing that, remember last week and the week before, I talked about the audacity of the United States and France putting out a arrest warrant for Captain Torre. I knew something was wrong, but once again, they were setting up the situation to clear themselves of any wrongdoing when they outright killed this man in front of your face. So as Captain Torre was flying to Russia over the Atlantic Ocean, the United States with France, now catch the optics, the United States with France, the United States sent up their plane, their fighter, France set up their plane, their army plane, Air Force plane, to intercept Captain Torre's plane. Remember, they already said that they put out an arrest warrant. So when he was flying to Russia, they came up on his plane and told him that he is flying in restricted airspace and he had to land. And I'm pretty positive they told him they was going to shoot him out the sky because they feel that they are entitled. But God, as black people say, but God, as we say, the Creator created all of this. All of this had to happen. Every step had to happen. The Creator already put it in the Word. But God, as they was threatening to blow him out the sky, here come the Russia Air Force to warn them off. which is all good on the surface. Captain Torre, please listen to all the words I'm saying next. You live all of that. But I'm stepping back from the situation, for I can see clearly everything, because I'm having flags come up on Captain Torre. Who he is. What is he really? These are the flags and the questions that are coming up into my spirit. But I'm not truly grasping it as yet. So he goes to Russia, and I'm watching. But you cannot watch the obvious, but you have to. What first pricked me in my spirit, in my soul, was a clip that they slid in under everything that they are putting in my face for entertainment and distraction. Was another African leader in his hall of governments. He is a leader that is opposing Captain Torre. I want to say either he's the leader of South Africa or he's one of the leaders in Escobar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but the Economical Union of the African States, the ones that also want to do damage to Captain Torre. He was speaking in his hall of government, and he spoke from his heart. He spoke from his soul to his people. And the words that he said truly affected my spirit and my soul. Basically, he was saying, yes, I notice the things that Captain Torre is doing. I hear my people crying for the same. But I governed and made the decisions with the tools and information that I have to the understanding of the situation that I had at the time. The decisions and the way I went, I believe that it was in the best interest of my people. I was not trying to enslave or put bondage on my people, which resulted in the decisions that I made. That was not in my spirit, my heart, or my flesh to do. I seen truth spoken out of this man. Exactly who he is, I'm not sure, because I was half asleep watching TV and I perked up and started watching. But I looked strictly in this man's face and I was locked into the words on which he was saying. I have that. I want to put that brick to one side. Also, this was given under the time while Captain Torrey was in Africa. And I'm watching him, and I'm watching the relationship between Captain Torrey and Putin, President Putin. I'm not being disrespectful to nobody. I also seen that they have North Korea, President Kim. They had the president from Iran, from Turkey, from India, other African nations. They all was there. I'm watching body language, reaction, words, movement of all. Not only the primary people, I'm watching the body language and the movement of secondary, third, and fourth. That's part of the language that you all have to learn. It's not always spoken. And I'm watching all the feeds that is coming into my instruments of that. And bing! I noticed why I was having flags about Captain Torrey. I start to feel a certain way about who he is, but with my blindness, I took out of the equation that what I am seeing is only what they allow me to see. What I'm hearing is only what they allowing me to hear. And with my understanding of white language, I was hearing words that was not spoken, but I'm hearing words coming from Captain Torrey that it was inconsistent with who he is and what he was doing. The words that is coming spoken in white language was saying that he is a bot man, as Cat Williams would say, he is a plant. This is what the media of the West is saying about Captain Torrey to white people. All the black talking heads, they're not seeing it. Or they seeing it and they're not bringing it to the people. And I'm going to tell you what it is, for you could go back and you could see and understand the language and how to speak white without speaking words. So now I'm watching the feeds of Captain Torrey coming at me. So there's levels of these flags that I'm having about who or what it is that I am taking in about this man. First flag. I'm not talking about the black faces that come on out of Africa, these people talking. I'm not going to get to them, but not them. I'm talking about the narrative stories, the picture and the commentary that is given in these feeds. That voice telling the story is a white man's voice. And I'm saying, if this is Captain Torrey, putting out this information, why would he use a white voice to speak to us? That's still part of the chains of slavery and bondage. It's something that he said that he is breaking from. That's a flag. That's a flag. Something I don't believe that he will endorse or do. But now I'm watching, standing back to really grasp what's going on. And what I notice is these feeds with Captain Torre is AI generated. It is not him speaking. They use two voices that are very similar, supposed to be him speaking. But I am a musician. I know frequency and tone. I can hear the difference, no matter how minute it is, to distinguish who he is. And yes, most definitely, I never met the man. I don't know what his true voice sounds like. Yes, but I know that black people and white people speak at a different frequency. Our tone, and is different. No matter how you want to bring it in, there is a difference. And what and how I know it's AI generated, because they want to give the appearance that he is speaking to us in English. English is a very unique language. I always say in my other YouTubes, in my other videos, that English is not our native language. We as black people in America is at a disadvantage because words, and especially in the English language, have many different meanings. It is how you form your sentence. I choose to speak ebonically because I choose it. But I understand how to speak and understand more than 13 levels of this language and reality. I can speak at every single level. So now I'm sitting back and I'm watching these feeds of Captain Torre speaking about his experience in Russia. And bing! It showed itself. Patience. Time will tell truth to all lies. I'll say it again. Time will tell truth to all lies. I'm listening to how he formed his words and how he formed the words and shaped the words of his sentence and how he is speaking. He is speaking at different, there's two of them. And they obviously they reading copy. They reading perf. They reading scripted scripts. The powers to be have two different writers at different levels of English composition. The words and how he formed his sentences cannot be formed by an African soldier, captain. I say it again. The words and how he formed the words of communication of what he is saying cannot be formed by a military 37-year-old captain of an African nation, someone who was not born in America, someone who is not educated in America, someone who not gone to college level, English 101, 201, 301, 401. I live in a third world country. I live among people where English is not their first language. When they want to translate their language into English, there are words that they have no comprehension how to use. There's words in their language that they can't bring forth the true meaning of what they're saying. I talk about me and my wife and the difficulties we have of taking our words and put it into their language. There are Americans born in this country, went to school in this country, cannot form sentences and utilize the words that this man is using. How I know it's AI? Because they are trying to match the words of his mouth with the words that I'm hearing. You can see the glitches. That's when I had to readjust, and I'm saying I have to really go and meet the man and talk to the man to understand who he is. Because what we are seeing and what is given to us is given to us. America is not going to let you see and understand anything it don't want us to see and understand. That's part of white language. They have more control over what we see and what we take in. Nationally and globally. What am I saying? I'm saying for us, be careful. What I'm saying to Africa and Africans, you're there with the man, so what you're hearing, what you're seeing is not what we are hearing and not what we are seeing. We are seeing what the West want us to see. Yes, some of you all talking heads are coming out But the only talking heads we are seeing and hearing are the ones that are approved by the West. Which also means that Africa is not hearing me, is not seeing me. But there are Africans or African descent people that are picking this up. So what I'm asking you all to do is to copy this. Every phone has a thing called screen recording. Record this and keep this for yourself. Share it and pass it along. I'm asking you to hit the like button, and all of you all hit like for me. Share it. Get it out there. It's only for us to think. You don't have to believe me. You could disagree with me. That's this platform. I'm just saying my opinion, my feelings on what I picked up on. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. It's only what I view. And I view that two different white men. How I know it's white man? Because he made a mistake. Because he's speaking English. He's speaking English. He has that tone. He has that voice that they are saying is his. Then he went to speak French in some form of African language. His pronunciation of the words in the other language went into a different tone and voice frequency. It was not the same level. It cracked. His true voice and sound came through on one or two of the words, which show me that he is an actor, a voice-over man, and that he is reading a script because the level of the writer's education level in structuring sentences at two different levels. So let us not get discouraged, but let us understand the world in which we live in. There is a battle going on. I want to pivot right now. I just want to leave that right there. I am going to do a Shedora Sanders. I think it's time from where I am in my life to do a Shedora Sanders. And what is that? Shedora built his house without a TV set in it. I have a TV set in my house. And I'm thinking I'm going to disconnect it and disconnect from the cable, the internet. I've been saying I want to do it, and I keep on trying to figure out how I'm going to communicate to you all if I'm off the grid. How can I keep on doing the work of the Creator if I'm off the grid? Question and answer. I don't know. It's me getting in my personal feelings once again. I have to stop and listen to the Creator, because I always say it's not about me, it's about Him. So either I'm going to have to get thicker skin and to be able to keep on letting this nonsense hit me and roll off of me like water. It's part of the trials and tribulations that I also have to go through. But I'm very serious considering of getting rid of the TV set, because right now there's only nonsense and distraction, nonsense and foolishness on the TV set. It's just, it's gone beyond me. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of nonsense. Just tired of it. So the people and everybody out there, thank you Facebook, thank you TikTok, thank you YouTube. I appreciate you all. It's just, like I said, it's just me talking. You don't have to agree with me. You could agree with me. I hope that you understand. And if you're not white, to understand the white language. It took me 50 years to understand it, but it was my mission to understand, because I knew there was some way they was communicating to each other in front of us. And the Creator put me through a life road map of events. And I told you all that I was associated in my youth coming up with some people of the Italian descent. And they gave me the key. They liked me for some reason. Simple. Why speak when there is no words necessary? Why shake hands when I can communicate without shaking hands? Why nod when I can communicate without nodding? Why talking without when I can communicate without the use of words? And it went backwards. It started with the way he said it to me. Why speak when there's no words need to be spoken? Why will I shake your hand when there's no need for a handshake? Why would I nod my head in agreement when there is no need for me to nod my head? There is no need for foolishness. We all know what we need to do. And there was no truer words from him to me, because he allowed me to move in that space with them. When they came to me to elevate me in that situation, they put the do's and the don'ts and the expectations of me be in that space. And I kindly told them, thank you, but no thank you. That lifestyle, that life and that opportunity was more than I could bear. It was not in me. And we are friends right now, and I want us to stay friendly with respect. So with respect, thank you. Thank you. This, and I went on from there, this is what I could offer you without you or me worrying. This is what I could do, and this is what I cannot do. It's up to you if you want to utilize me in this level of understanding. And we got along good. We got along good. People are people. We all are one. We just have to be coming into our understanding of each other and be truthful. Be truthful. Be truthful. That's one of the things they taught me, number one. That was rule number one. All times, be truthful. If it put a light on you, be truthful. If it put shade on you, be truthful. Be truthful in the dark as you are truthful in the light. Number one rule. Well, everybody, let me go on and let me close this off. To the Creator, thank you, Creator. To Captain Torre, also, I wanted to say, slipped my mind. Captain Torre, this is to you. Africa, this is to you. All African leaders, this is to you. Be aware. Understand. Number one, you are the masters of you. You have everything. There is nothing right now in Africa that you have. You are missing. You have everything. There is nothing in the West that they have that you need to have. All you have to do is take off the blinders. Stop believing the words come out of their mouth. Stop believing the words. You have the power. Remember what I say is power. The difference from power and authority in government. We give authority in government their power. Without us, they have nothing. We allow authority to move in authority. Authority cannot move in authority without the permission of the people. Always remember that. We give authority, their authority to move in that space. We give governments the power to move in governance. Always remember that. Africa. Don't care what the West say. They want this land that you are born on. they want to be where you are at. I believe when Lot left Sodom and Gomorrah, he left out with his family. And his wife looked back, turning to stone. But that's not where I'm going with this. When he got out into the new land on which they was going to inhabit, he had his nephew with him. And they looked over, because they was on a mountain, they looked over the land. And he turned. I could get the names wrong, but the story's right. He turned and he asked, where and what? Because I know that I am blessed from the Creator. He knew no matter where he was going to go, it was the right place. He asked his nephew, where? I'm going to allow you to have what your heart desires. And his nephew picked the best of the best. All for himself. And he said, go ahead and possess it. I'll take the barren, the land with no production on it, the desert, the rocks. I'll take that and I'll take my people there. But as life always turned out, what looked good to the eye is not always the best. What looked good to the eye is not always the best for you. It turned out that the desert, the barren land, was more fruitful than what looked good, because it was not for him. Thank you, Creator. What looked good, what tasted good, what smelled good, what feel good, was not for him. And when it's not for you, it will be the worst thing ever for you in your life. That's a message for somebody. That was not planned for me to say. It was a message. I'm going to force myself to stop because I will keep on going and going. Everybody, I'll be back next week. I'm getting ready for big things. I want to take all of you all with me on my journey of big things. So stay tuned. Come back next week. I love you all. May God bless all of you. Bless me, you, all of us. Thank you. Don't mind me. I'm going to turn you all off one at a time. And I always have a problem with the on and off button on these things.